Hi, welcome to my channel. Today I have a junk journal. This is for the design team Nevermore Creations 17 on Facebook and Etsy shop, and I will have those links down below. And this is what I created. Now when you get this is Lindsay's Flamingo Fancy Kit, and I printed out extras to show you. So you get these pages. There's 10 pages, and so this is what you'll get, these 10 pages, and you can choose to use whichever ones you want or don't want. I think I used most of them, but I think there was a couple I didn't use. I like this one with the pineapple and the fabric in the back. I forget what it's called now. That one's cute. That's cute. And that one. And then you get this page with pockets. And you get the journaling cards or tags, whatever we're going to make with them. This ephemera. And 2 more journaling cards or tags or pockets. I used mine as pockets, which you will see. So that is the kit, and it is Flamingo Fancy. So I have this fabric. I have a ton of fabric swatches that my mom got many years ago. A company was going out of business and she kept them, and she's had them forever. And I started doing journals, and she brought me literally 3 garbage cans full of these fabrics. So I've been digging them out and cleaning them up. So this is a fabric cover. It is on top of a manila envelope, and I started to glue it down, and then I remembered I do quilting, and so I used this heat and bond light to iron it on to the envelope. So it's really smooth, there's no wrinkles, no nothing. It's awesome. I was so excited that it came out great, because I was worried I was going to ruin this piece of fabric, because I really liked it. So the flamingo in the front is from the kit. Then I added this lace and cheesecloth that's coffee dyed. And this is a piece of sari silk. I don't know what it looks like on the camera. It is a pinkish brown color, but I thought it went good. For what I had, that was the best one that went with it. So I tied this differently, put the hole in here. I was like planning on putting, I forgot what it's called now. Keep wanting to call them rivets. Eyelet. I was going to put one in front and back, and then I remembered I couldn't do it on the back, and you'll see why in a little bit. So I just tied this around here, left this longer, so then when you tie it around, you can tie it in a bow. So here is the inside, and this is cardstock, and I stitched around it all, and the way I made it, it lays flat really well, so it would be easy to write on and everything. So lots of stitching, lots of vintage lace, and maybe even antique lace, because I know where I got it, it was old. So I did some stitching on the top and bottom, and this is from the computer paper for the little strips that came off. So when it was dyed, I was like, I gotta use it somewhere, so I used it there. And I do have a little clip on here, a little bulb pin. I don't have anything added to it yet, but there will be something on it. We got a paper ribbon, 2 of the tags. This one has coffee dyed paper on the back. I can't remember if I put it on the back, and that one does too. And they are both stitched around. And here's one of the pockets in Lindsay's kit that I stitched around and put on there. And then we have some vintage paper here. We have a coffee dyed doily. This was in the kit. I sewed this little lacy thing on here. You know, things, this, that, you know. I forget. I get on video and I forget what everything's called. Just go brain dead. So here's another piece of the swatch fabric for a little like belly band there. And I have the coffee dyed paper with a flip. This was one of the little ephemeras. I just stitched around it. This was from something else, but I wanted to add a little like leafy stuff to it, so there's some of that, and there's a little bit of pineapple throughout. So we have some vintage music paper, some Kool-Aid or food dye, whatever I used at the time. This is a little page from a notary booklet. I used to be a notary, but we moved and I forgot to renew my license, so I lost out on it. So I had this book that I'm kept track of people I notarized things for, so I was like, perfect for this. That makes a nice spot for writing. Now here's another piece of vintage fabric. This is really old lace, probably beyond vintage. And I kind of have it, I can't remember if it's stitched. I'll put my glasses on. Okay, I just glued it down so you can put like two little things here. And we have the coffee dyed graph paper. This is from the kit. That's from the kit. This is another extra thing I had. And then we got a pineapple stamp here. And I love this paper. This was in Lindsay's Facebook group. She gave that for free, and I just love that paper, and I thought it was perfect since it was pink. Then we have this paper. What's that called? Journal paper, journal booklet. Then there's an envelope I made, and I put one of the tags inside. It's just plain on the back. I did a lot of stitching. Then we have a feather stamp. Some more stitching here. And lace. And this is from a garden card kit. And that's just washi taped on there so you can flip it open. We got another journal page. Another one of those cards from that other place. I actually got this set at Tuesday Morning, but this was perfect. It had pineapples and the leaves and stuff in it. Go back to that page. Oh, and this has just 2 signatures, so there's lots of room. I forgot to count the pages. I'll do that at the end. And then I turned this into like a little pull tag. Some vintage lace, a vintage book. Tag I made with the eyelash trim. Just added some color with that aqua. There's the Flamingo, the other page of that. And I made this into a pocket. I did some stitching here. And then this is a tag I made. That's with, what's the paint? The paint. And that's coffee dyed paper stitched around and some eyelash trim. So that just kind of goes like that. I have some rickrack here. The other side of that. And then I took the heart ephemera, made a pocket, and this was just a little cut off. Just stamp that. With the feather, since it's a bird. There's that. There's another paper ribbon. Another pocket flip. And you can cut all these off. They're kind of tangled up here, but it's all good. And there's that. Another one of these sewn around. And this one has yellow dyed paper. There's that. The other doily. Another piece of that invoice. Another tag. It's a tag, and I put the coffee dyed paper on the front. And then the pocket. More of the lace. And you can see here it's nice and wide. So this lays really flat. You can lay it flat like that. Or if you're writing and you want to lay it down, no one to see it, it lays super flat. So I thought that was perfect. Makes it easy to journal with. And then we have more fabric lace trim. Another tag with the pocket and more of the yellow dyed paper. Another piece of this because I loved it so much. And so it kind of repeats with the same types of papers, but then different flamingo papers and different sewing stuff. And there's the jewelry layaway tag. There's the little ephemera. Another pineapple stamp. And this is for like a little tuck spot. And here's another pocket made from a book with vintage lace. And two of these that I sewed up. This was leftover cuts from the front and back inside. There's the middle, and I made this another tag with the pineapple stamp. This one's not sewn on, but it's really heavy and thick, and that's a coffee dyed note card with some vintage trim. I thought that was really cute. More music paper, another corner flip with some layering on there. And another pocket here with stitching. And a to-do list from the kit. And this is a little, I had just another piece left over and I wanted to use the pineapple, so stitched it on and just made like a little booklet. Another flip here. A little tab. Fabric tab, or not fabric. Ribbon, lace, whatever it is. And there's another envelope that I made with the ephemera heart from the kit. That's the paper from the kit. And another pocket with another tag or writing thingy. And here's the surprise in the back. Since it was an envelope, I made the pocket here. So this is really heavy, so it should hold up well. And it's a nice big pocket. You can store stuff in, extra papers, receipts, whatever you use your journal for. And there's the back. And here's the spine. I just used pink embroidery floss. And the eyelet is a little flower. And again, you just take this, flip it around, tie your bow. You can put the bow in the middle, it's long enough to do that, or on the side, wherever you want to put it. So that's my journal for, oh, I thought that was a spider, my October journal. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me in the comments. Thanks so much for stopping by, and I'll have the links for where to get the kit down below. And I thought I'd show you a couple more pieces. Like I said, I've got tons of this fabric, so I've got so many options, but I thought make a journal with some of these. Get your input, what you think about the fronts of these fabrics for a journal. Because they're very 80s looking, but I thought they were neat. Really pretty. The one with the roses. I think Lindsay has a kit with roses. I thought this would be perfect for that. And I like this blue one. And this one. So if you want to journal with any of these fabrics, let me know. And I'll make one just like this the soft cover one. Because I can definitely do these a lot quicker. This is the first soft sided one I've done, but I was very happy with the way it turned out. So if you have any questions, if you want to journal made with any of these fabrics, please feel free to let me know in the comments. I'll see you again soon. Bye. Oh, and this will be in my Etsy store, so I'll have a link down below for that as soon as I get it listed.